Hey guys, how you doing? So I want to talk a little bit about running. If you decide you want to run as part of your aerobic and anaerobic training, um, then there's a couple of myths that we need to get rid of there. First of all, running will ruin your knees. Okay, um, I'm just going to focus on that one today. If you're having problems with your knees and it only happens when you're running, then there's a very good chance that there's something in your running mechanics that needs to be fixed. And rather than tell you what you should do, I'm going to recommend that you do what I did, okay? Because I used to have a lot of problems with my running mechanics. It gave me all kind of issues in my legs. Um, and then last March, a year ago, I attended a running clinic, and I got a full-time coach. And it didn't cost me a whole lot, which is the good news. And it worked. And this guy coaches most, I shouldn't say most, but many of the top athletes in OCR, many of whom compete running, 5-minute miles on mountain courses and stuff like that. And they're able to do this week after week, after year. So he's doing something right. And I noticed the difference right away after I uh, came back from his clinic and started to incorporate a lot of things that he was teaching me. So his name is Richard Diaz. He's out in Camarillo, California. And Richard and I go way back. I've just been putting off for so long going to his clinic, thinking, oh, I'm fine. Running is running, and all the while I'm still getting injured and things from running. So I finally bit the bullet and signed up for his course because he came here to New Jersey and did a weekend course way up north. And he doesn't do it very often. Usually, he's got more than enough clients that come to him right where he lives in Camarillo, which is by Malibu, Point Mugu, all in that area on the Pacific coast, if you're familiar with the area. Fly into LA, take the PCH north about an hour, and you're there. It's a beautiful area. Anyway, he's a great coach, great guy, and so what you want to do is Google Diaz, D-I-A-Z, Diaz Human Performance, okay, or Diaz Running Clinic, and you'll find him, okay. And he offers a whole different set of tiers of running classes and clinics. Um, right now, as a matter of fact, he is offering to do them online, one-on-one, because of everybody being sequestered, and that's just an amazing thing. And I strongly recommend that you do that. He'll give you video, gait analysis, mechanics analysis, phone call discussions, and email discussions on helping you to correct your form. And if you do it, then I can help to reinforce all that stuff, having been through his clinic and been exercising, his stuff for well over a year now. So again, Diaz Human Performance or Diaz Running Clinic, and you'll find that online. Sorry, I don't remember the URL specifically, but check him out. Okay, and it's aside from my recovery tools that I keep telling you about, my foam rollers and my beastie balls and stuff. That clinic was the best investment I've ever made in the 8 years that I've been running OCR. Okay, because last year was my first season running injury-free since the beginning, and that was well over 500 miles of running time. So I'm already well past 200 miles this season since January, and still injury-free, feeling great, and still continue to do the things, and it works. So highly recommend that. The other thing I recommend is if you are having issues right now with your running, aside from fixing your form, there may be some physical things that you need to do to alleviate the pain. I don't necessarily recommend anti-inflammatories. They have a lot of bad side effects over time. What I do recommend is identifying the location of the pain, especially if it's in your knees, and then identifying where the trigger points are for your knee pain. And I'm going to tell you about a book. It's called the Knee Pain Bible. It's by a guy named Chris Kadofsky, and I helped edit the book 2 years ago. And you can get it on Amazon. Again, it's the Knee Pain Bible by Chris Kadofsky, Kidawski. And it will help you identify, all right, I'm having pain, here or here in my knee. And he'll show you, okay, well, since the knee is just a joint, the pain is actually coming from a trigger somewhere else in your leg chain from your running. All right, and he helps you to pinpoint what those are and how to alleviate them, mostly with a Beastie Ball that I told you about. So get one, get the book, sign up for the clinic.